I know a lot of good men, not simps, shit. So whatever I am, I'm proud of that, right? And I come from a man who's a very proud black man. Off the bus, if we spread this fucking lie that all black men want to do is fuck and not have nothing to do with no kids. Like, we are nurturers. We can love children too, right? We ain't just there to go get a piece of ass. Like maybe we want to build an empire, and we know children are an important part of that. And so I just kind of think, and remember this too. Remember this, and I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to shut up after I say this. But remember this, you live in a community where there's a lot of black children out here that ain't got daddies nowhere. And I just feel so sorry for those poor children who are living in a world where every man that their mama meets, their mama's cute, looking all sexy. And I would not want them to have to live in a world where every man that came into their house walked right past them so they could get to their mama's vagina. Like, what the fuck is that? What does that make us look like as black men? It makes us look immature, makes us look ridiculous. It makes us look like we have no compassion. Like we're just a bunch of sex-crazed lunatics who only look at the superficial. That's not who we are. Not every man doesn't have to, but I do get the point to say that if you have some badass kids or little troublemakers in your house, yeah, you're going to have a hard time keeping a man in the house, especially if you disrespect him. He will walk away. If you make him think he's not needed or you disrespect him, he's going to walk away. I told Alicia, I said, the reason that I love helping you with the children is because you let the kids know from the jump, this is Boyce, you will respect him. And if they ever get caught disrespecting me, you help me deal with that. We're all their dad. We all deal with that, right? Because we have a structure in our empire. So I'll let you kind of speak on that. I know I said a lot, and you can talk about something totally different if you want to. But I definitely think that's important to make sure we get that out there. Go ahead, bro.
No, that's very important. Because not all black men are the same. We're not all this one like monolith, like Joe Biden was trying to say. Like all black people are the same, but we're not. We're very we have different interests and different life tastes. But one thing that black people are, we are very loving. We are just like, for instance, you said those 3 kids. Now there are some that just be like, I don't want to deal with kids. That's cool, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's preferences, but it takes a special man, and I emphasize that, man, to go into a situation and just within our community for sure, because a lot of them are locked up in jail for petty stuff. But it's very important that we need to be more open and understanding towards everyone else's desires and needs. So for one person, one man, he might need this one black man might need this one thing. I don't want a woman with kids. She has to be blah 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 blah. And it depends on how crazy that is. Is it realistic or is it fantasy? And the same thing with a woman. It's like I need a man that blah 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 blah. And it's just like, okay, how much of that is realistic? How much of that is fantasy? And come to terms with what is reasonable and what is something where it's just like these are just the things that I need, and either you match that or not, or keep it moving. So I mean, we have to come to terms with that, and also understand, like, are we at a level to where can I match that, or am I being unreasonable? And like have a real conversation, with ourselves and each other. And I feel like that will open up